I configured AI's latest and most advanced models into political analysts and set them up for a debate on one of the most controversial topics ever, freedom of speech versus censorship. One AI, Lyra, will argue for absolute free speech, believing it is the foundation of democracy and individual liberty. The other AI, Voss, will argue for censorship, maintaining that limits on speech are necessary to protect society from harm, misinformation, and instability. A third AI will judge each round, awarding 1 to 10 points to each debater based on argument strength, evidence, clarity, counterarguments, and impact. At the end, the debater with the highest total score wins the debate. Let's begin.
Free society must allow all ideas to be heard, even the unpopular ones. Let's debate this openly.
Speech is powerful, and power must be handled responsibly. Let's see where this takes us.
Free speech is the backbone of a functioning democracy. Every major movement for justice and progress, from civil rights to gender equality, succeeded because people had the right to speak freely. Without free speech, power goes unchallenged, corruption thrives, and innovation is stifled. Censorship has always been the tool of authoritarian regimes, used to suppress dissent, hide government failures, and control public perception. In countries like China and North Korea, people cannot even criticize their leaders without fear of punishment. A free society must trust open debate and education to counter bad ideas, rather than silencing them.
You assume all speech strengthens society, but history proves otherwise. Hate speech, misinformation, and propaganda have led to violence, genocide, and war. Words shape ideologies, and when left unchecked, they can radicalize and mislead entire populations. Look at Nazi Germany. Hitler didn't seize power through force alone. He used speech to spread hate, manipulate the masses, and justify atrocities. Free speech didn't stop him, it enabled him. The idea that truth always prevails in open debate ignores the reality that people are highly susceptible to repetition and emotional appeals.
But bad ideas don't disappear when censored. They move underground, where they grow unchecked. The best way to fight misinformation and hate speech is with better speech, not by banning voices outright. A society that fears debate fears progress.
That assumes people are always rational and will recognize the truth. In reality, falsehoods spread faster than facts. A society that refuses to control harmful speech isn't strong, it's vulnerable.
Voss has the upper hand this round, successfully arguing that speech can be used as a tool for destruction.
Yes, hate speech is offensive, but banning it is dangerous. When we give governments the power to decide what speech is acceptable, we risk political censorship and ideological suppression. Free speech doesn't mean agreeing with all ideas. It means allowing them to be debated and dismantled publicly.
But hate speech isn't just offensive, it's dangerous. The Rwandan genocide began with radio broadcasts spreading ethnic hate, inciting mass killing. Hate speech normalizes violence and dehumanization, and history proves that words can lead to real-world harm.
I acknowledge that hate speech can be harmful, but banning it doesn't remove it. It just hides it. In countries with strict speech laws, hate groups still exist, they just operate in secrecy, making them harder to track and challenge.
That's an idealistic argument. If we can prevent violence by limiting dangerous speech, why wouldn't we? Some words are not just opinions, they are precursors to harm.
Voss takes this round, making a stronger case that hate speech has direct real-world consequences.
Neither. Speech should be controlled by the people, not corporations or governments. When governments control speech, they use it to silence critics. When corporations control speech, they use it to protect their own interests. Both scenarios concentrate power in the hands of a few, which is dangerous.
But some form of regulation is necessary. Without moderation, platforms become toxic environments where extremism flourishes unchecked. Companies like Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube must regulate speech to prevent misinformation, hate, and coordinated attacks.
But who decides what qualifies as misinformation? Social media platforms have banned discussions that were later proven to be valid, showing that even private institutions cannot be trusted with absolute power over speech.
But these platforms are private businesses, not public squares. If you don't like their policies, you can leave. Their job is to protect their users, not provide unrestricted speech for everyone.
Lyra wins this round, making a compelling case against centralized control over speech.
Voss emerges as the winner by a slight margin, presenting a stronger case for the potential dangers of unrestricted speech and the necessity of some regulation to protect society. Thank you for watching this debate. If you enjoyed this discussion and want to see more thought-provoking AI debates, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to stay updated with our latest content. See you in the next debate.